Okay, grade 5, let's start our session for today. This is activity number 11. We are in the same concept, the interactions between hydrosphere and biosphere. This is the third unit of our book, concept 3.1. Activity number 11, it says, observe like a scientist. Coral reefs, as you can see in this picture. Look at the image, then write a short story about the interactions shown in this image. So if you can see this image right here, these are coral reefs, along with different types of fish. They are in the water, in the ocean, and there are some rocks. So can anyone give us an example of interaction right here? Yes, Hassan?
Algae and seaweed.
Yes, what about them?
What?
Yes, we need a type of interaction, or we need an example of interaction.
Algae.
What do you mean by algae?
Seaweed. The plants.
Yes, what about the plants? They interact with what?
Interact with water.
With the water. So this is an interaction between the hydrosphere and biosphere, right?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, with atmosphere and biosphere.
Where is the atmosphere right here,
There is no.
Okay. So, come on, Amr, give us an example.
We don't have interaction.
Why? We have interactions about these different types of fish and the corals that they eat some parts of it. Also, we have interactions between corals and the water of the ocean itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, grade 5. Now let's go to the next activity. This is activity number 12. It says analyze like a scientist types of aquatic ecosystems. We already agreed that the term or the word aquatic from the Greek word aqua, that means water. So we will talk about the water ecosystems. Read the text, and as you read, highlight the components in each system. Then discuss with your class what would happen if these components increased or decreased. So let's see, or let's read these paragraphs. So this is a water ecosystem. Okay. So the first paragraph, Jawad, can you read it?
Water ecosystems are also called aquatic ecosystems.
Yes.
There are many different types of aquatic ecosystems. They can be classified in different ways.
Thank you. That's enough. So we'll talk about the different types of aquatic ecosystems. Jawad, turn off your microphone automatically when you finish. Mustafa?
Okay, Mr. Some aquatic ecosystems are in salt water. The salty ocean covers a large portion.
Portion means large part of Earth's surface.
Portion.
Continue.
Of Earth's surface. Ocean ecosystem include shallow areas such as coral reefs and intertidal zones. Intertidal zones. The intertidal zones is the area along the ocean between the high tide and the low tide. Ocean ecosystem also include its deepest area called the abyssal zone.
Abyssal zone.
Abyssal zone. The abyssal zone is so deep that sunlight cannot reach it. The ocean contains a great diversity of organisms.
Excellent, thank you. So in this paragraph, we talked about the ecosystems that in salt water, like the oceans. The oceans have different parts, starting with the shallow areas. This is the area that is not deep, where coral reefs can grow. And there is an area called the intertidal zone. Look at the part highlighted in purple, the intertidal zone. This is the area along the ocean between the high tide and the low tide. This is the area that is covered during few hours of the day by water, then it is exposed or the water get back to its normal position. This is the area that is called the intertidal zone. Then there is an area that is deep down in the ocean. It is called the abyssal zone. This abyssal zone, since it is very deep, so the sunlight cannot reach it. So it is very dark and the temperature is very low. The ocean contains a great diversity of organisms. Yes, we can see many different types of living things in the ocean. Okay. Then, Jasser, the next paragraph, please. This part is called estuary. Estuary, like the word east, then wary. Estuaries. Okay. Come on, Jasser.
The ecosystem
Estuaries.
found where
I'm sharing my screen, Jasser.
estuary are ecosystem along the edges of the ocean that have a mixture
Yes,
of salt water and fresh water. Some lakes, like the Great
the Great
Salt
Salt
Lake
Lake in Utah. Utah, this is a state in the United States where the Great Salt Lake is present. Continue.
also have salt water ecosystem. This lake is far from the ocean. However, it has a high
Concentration,
concentration of neutral
natural salts.
salt. Because of this, it's too salty and for fish and most other aquatic aquatic animals.
Yes,
Several types of algae live in the lake. Br- uh, brine,
brine.
brine shrimp
Yes,
and brine flies can live in the salty water. They feed on the algae.
algae. They feed on the algae. Excellent. Thank you. So in this part or this paragraph, we talked about the ecosystems of the estuary. Estuary, this is the place where the river pour its water in the ocean. In this case, this is a mixture of the fresh water of the river and the salt water of the ocean. Okay, then we talked about a special lake that have a very salty water, high concentration of natural salt. The salts that are dissolved in the water of the lake, they are huge amount. This is a huge amount of salt. So this water is too salty for fish and most other aquatic animals. Most of the aquatic animals cannot withstand this salty water, so they do not live there. But there are few exceptions, like several types of algae and several types of algae that live in a lake. Also, brine shrimp, this is a special type of shrimp, and brine flies that can live in salty water. They feed on the algae that grow in this lake. Okay. Then, okay, read this
Another
paragraph.
aquatic ecosystem are freshwater. Freshwater ecosystems include ponds and lakes. In many ponds and lakes, the water is present all the year. Other ponds
Yes.
and lakes dry up in hot summer months. The plant and animal live They must adapt to the charge. Water ecosystems are also found in flowing bodies of water, such as streams and rivers. Different plants and animals survive in water.
Thrive. Thrive here means they can survive or can stay alive. Continue.
In water that is always moving. Streams and rivers also connect other bodies of water, such as lakes and oceans.
Thank you, Ham. So in this paragraph, we talked about the ecosystems in the fresh water. That the most obvious examples of freshwater ecosystems, they are ponds and lakes. These ponds and lakes, they usually have water all the year, but sometimes in the hot areas in summer, this water dry up. But there are some plants and animals that live there, so they must adapt to the change or adapt to the lack of water, okay? Then the water ecosystems also found in flowing bodies of water, in the bodies of water that are always moving, like the streams and rivers. The water is always moving right there, not like the lakes and ponds where the water is still in place. Okay, so different plants and animals will live in the moving water, the water that is moving always, right? The streams and rivers, this is the last two lines. The streams and rivers also connect other bodies of water, such as the lakes and oceans. Imagine that there is a lake and there is a stream or a river that flow from this lake. So it carries the water till it reach the ocean, right? So in this case, the streams and rivers, they are connecting the lakes with the oceans. Okay, now let's go to activity number 13. This is an interesting one. Observe like a scientist the water ecosystems. Complete the interactive, build your own ecosystem, then record your data in the graphic organizer. Okay, let's see. Listen carefully, please.
Have you ever wondered why whales live only in oceans and why jellyfish cannot live in ponds? That's because the ecosystem found in ponds and oceans is very different. Build water ecosystems using the correct parts. Here are 3 different water ecosystems. Select the water ecosystem you want to build.
Okay, guys, I want a volunteer to work with me in this activity. Okay, let's choose Hassan.
Yes, mister.
Yes, which ecosystem you want to build? Stream, ocean, or pond?
Ocean.
Ocean, okay.
Select the type of water, movement of water, and 4 species found in an ocean. Then, click on Build.
So, which type of water is in the ocean? Fresh water or salt water?
Salt water.
Salt water. What about the water movement in the ocean? Is it a running water or still water or waves?
Waves.
Waves, great.
Waves.
What are the animals or the species that can we find in the ocean? This is water lilies, trout, sea star or starfish. This is called flounder, dolphins, and kelp. Choose carefully. We need 4 types of organisms.
Starfish.
The starfish, okay. What else?
And it's before the throat. It's a plant before the throat.
The plant? No, actually this plant grows on the surface of the water. Since there are waves, so this plant will not grow.
Yes.
Come on, Hassan.
Dolphin.
The dolphin, what else?
the trout.
Not the trout, actually the flounder and the kelp. Okay, let's see.
Well done. You just created an ocean ecosystem. Oceans are the largest of all water ecosystems. They contain salt water. Within the ocean, there are many smaller ecosystems. Dolphins, starfish, kelp, and flounder are some species found in the ocean.
Okay, let's choose another ecosystem.
Yes, Mr. Pond.
Pond. Okay, the type of water,
Fresh water.
water movement,
Still water.
still water species,
Frog, trout, and the plant.
not trout, the plant, also the leech and the salamander. Look,
Well done. You just created a pond ecosystem. Ponds have fresh water that is still. Water lilies grow in still water. Insects lay their eggs in still water. Salamanders and frogs eat other insects. Leeches live at the bottom of the pond.
okay, then let's see another system, Jasser, the stream. So the type of water, is it fresh or salt?
Fresh.
Fresh. The water movement,
Running water.
great. The types of fish or the species,
The crab.
the crab, it's a gray fish, okay.
Trout.
Trout,
And the moss.
moss, and the catfish.
The catfish.
Okay,
Well done. You have just created a stream ecosystem. Streams are freshwater ecosystems. Water in streams is cool and flows fast. Trout, catfish, and crayfish can survive in fast-flowing water. Moss attaches itself to the rocks in the stream.
excellent, guys. I'm so proud of you. So in this part right here of the book, you will see this. There is a table below that you have to fill. The pond, the type of water will be still, the stream will be running, the ocean will be salt water as we moved through the interactive above. Okay, guys? Now let's move to activity number 14. It says, what is a volcano and affecting the Earth spheres? So look at the image. Now I'll show you an image, okay, about the volcano. Then select the sphere that includes a volcano. Select the sphere that includes a volcano. So let's watch the picture first. This is a picture of a volcano, as you can see. So is it related to atmosphere or biosphere or geosphere or lithosphere? Think about the volcano. Select where the sphere that includes a volcano. Which one is it? Can anyone tell? Jawad.
Hydrosphere, Mr.
Why hydrosphere?
Because it's the lava like the water.
No, the lava is never like the water. It has the highest temperature than the water. Thank you, Jawad. Ishaq.
Yes, Mr. It's lithosphere.
Lithosphere or geosphere. Excellent. Thank you. This is great. Okay, guys, then we have a video to watch. Okay, This is a notable volcanic eruptions. Notable volcanic eruptions. Let's see what about it. Okay. Then we will continue the activity.
Notable volcanic eruptions. There are 1,500 potentially active volcanoes worldwide. One major area of volcanic activity is known as the Ring of Fire. It is a horseshoe-shaped string of volcanoes found along the edges of the Pacific Ocean. The Ring of Fire is home to about 452 volcanoes, and scientists believe that 75% of the world's most active volcanoes are found here. Volcanic eruptions can be dramatic and dangerous. On May 18, 1980, Mount St. Helens in southwestern Washington state erupted. On that morning, a magnitude 5.1 earthquake was registered by a scientist camped out on the ridge of the volcano. This caused part of the volcano to collapse and another to form an enormous landslide. Seconds after the landslide, the volcano violently and loudly erupted. The blast was heard as far away as California and Montana. Everything within 230 square miles was devastated. A second blast from the volcano released an enormous cloud of ash and gas more than 12 miles into the atmosphere. Most of the eastern part of Washington fell into darkness as the cloud spread. The ash cloud even caused the streetlights in Spokane, Washington to come on. Remember, Spokane is more than 300 miles from Mount St. Helens. The eruption of Mount St. Helens was one of the most destructive in United States history. 57 people died, more than 200 homes were destroyed, and the eruption caused more than $1.1 billion in damage. Mount St. Helens erupted several more times in 1980 and had several much smaller eruptions from 2004 to 2008. Scientists continue to monitor this volcano closely. Another notable volcanic eruption was that of Mount Pelée in 1902. This volcano is located on the Caribbean island of Martinique, near the picturesque town of Saint-Pierre. After having been dormant for many years, Mount Pelée started to show some minor activity in January of 1902. Then, on May 8th, 1902, the volcano erupted with incredible force. Almost the entire town of Saint-Pierre, some 29,000 people were killed, and the town was destroyed within minutes as the lava flowed straight into town. Mount Fujiyama, or Mount Fuji as it is called, is another volcano that had a notable eruption. Mount Fuji is the tallest mountain in Japan. The eruption occurred on December 16, 1707, and lasted until January 1st, 1708. What makes the eruption of Mount Fuji unusual is that lava was not released. Instead, scientists believe that 800 million cubic meters of ash spewed from the volcano. This thick ash blanketed cities and towns up to 60 miles away. Although thankfully no deaths were recorded, the ash ruined crops, causing a devastating shortage of food in the area. Mount Fuji is currently dormant and is known as a popular tourist area for mountain climbers. Let's review what we have learned about some notable volcanic eruptions. Question 1. What do we call the horseshoe-shaped string of volcanoes at the edges of the Pacific Ocean? A, the volcanic chain. B, the ring of fire. C, lava circle. D, ash corridor.
Okay, grade 5. What is it called? You know the answer, just raise your hand. The horseshoe-shaped string of volcanoes at the edges of the Pacific Ocean. It is called, Mustafa?
The ring of the fire.
The ring of fire. Excellent, thank you.
The correct answer is B. The horseshoe-shaped string of volcanoes at the edges of the Pacific Ocean is called the Ring of Fire. Question 2. In what year did Mount St. Helens major eruption occur? A. 1902, B. 1955, C. 1980, D. 2010. If you answered C, you know that Mount St. Helens major eruption occurred in 1980. Question 3. Which volcano spewed ash instead of lava when it erupted in 1707? A. Mount St. Helens, B. Mount Pelée, C. Mount Fuji, D. None of the above. If you answered C, you know that Mount Fuji spewed ash instead of lava when it erupted in 1707. Thinking question. What types of precautions should people who live near volcanoes take? Explain your thinking.
Okay, guys. So let's go to the activity itself, this part. Okay. Read the list of effects caused by the volcanic eruption to your left. Then match the effect with Earth's spheres that would be affected by the impact. Okay, guys, let's start the first one. The steam produced by lava entering ocean. Steam produced by lava entering the ocean. Jasser?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Hydrosphere.
Okay, hydrosphere
And
the lava. This is melted rocks. Geosphere. Also, this is steam. This is like hot. This is like hot gases, so it is related also to the atmosphere. Thank you. The next one,
yes, Mr. Snow had melted due to
snow
heat.
being melted due to heat from an eruption.
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere. Why? It is snow being melted. So hydrosphere, melted rocks. So this is related to the geosphere as well, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hassan.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Trees being burned by hot lava.
Trees being burned by hot lava.
Atmosphere.
Why atmosphere?
Wait, Mr.
Trees, so this is a living thing. So the biosphere, the hot lava, this is melted rocks, so geosphere as well. What about the homes damaged by flowing lava? Thank you, Hassan. Mustafa, homes damaged by flowing lava.
Geosphere.
Geosphere and biosphere because it will affect the
Biosphere.
people. Thank you. The last one, Ya'am, ash and gases released during an eruption.
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere, the gases, and also geosphere.
Yeah.
Geosphere, the eruption. This is great. Thank you. The last activity, guys, this is activity number 15. It says record the evidence like a scientist. Now you have learned about Earth's biosphere and hydrosphere. Look again at the image water's impact. We already saw this picture before. Then answer the question, how does Earth's biosphere interact with Earth's hydrosphere? Can you answer the question highlighted in yellow? The Earth's biosphere, how it interacts with Earth's hydrosphere. Jasser?
Yes, Mr.
Give us an example of interaction between the biosphere and the hydrosphere. A living thing interacting with water.
When plants take water to give off air and food.
Oxygen and make food. Excellent. Thank you. Amr, you have another answer?
When animals use water for a shelter.
Yes, the aquatic animals. Excellent. Mustafa, you have another answer?
Yes, Mr. Human and plants need water to survive, and
Excellent.
plants need water to make their food.
Great. Thank you. Hassan?
When animals and plants live in it are used to eat for their basic needs.
Excellent. Live in it or use it in their basic need. Excellent, guys. I'm so proud of you. This is great. Thank you very much.